Hello, my name is Alexis Goodwin. I am from Benin New Bar. Um, it's a new product, a new nutrition bar at low cost. And I will be launching this product in the United States, but I plan to go global or international and start in Tanzania. Now, I've wanted to work in Tanzania for a while after school. That was one of the places on the list to go and visit and look for jobs. Mainly working like on the wildlife preserve there. Um, but for this project, we had to introduce a product and find out how we would get it outside of the United States as for consumers. Um, the region that I will be focusing on is um, Southeast Africa. Uh, Kenya borders Tanzania, also Uganda, and that's north of Tanzania. Rwanda, Burundi, and the Democratic Republic of Congo, they are to the west of Tanzania. Zambia, Malawi, and Mozambique are to the south. Tanzania lies right beside the Indian Ocean, and also there's some islands off to the east of it, and they're Nguja, Pemba, and Mafia. The country has the highest and lowest points in Africa. Mount Kilimanjaro is 19,341 feet tall, and Lake Tanganyika is the lowest point. It's negative 4,826 feet below sea level. The country is covered in lush forests and has an abundance of agricultural land that's not being used. Only 30% of the land is being used right now. I think close to 48% of the land is for the reservation. And also the population is roughly 60 million people, which is the second highest population of people in south of the equator. The World Bank in 2020, they declared the rise of the Tanzanian economy for low income to low middle income. The gross domestic product is estimated to be between 1,006 U.S. and 3,955 U.S. As far as the cultural environment of the country, their literature is still oral. It's an oral tradition. That goes into the business transactions. A lot of it is verbal. Men and women are equal in the country for the most part, at least in the eyes of the law. Swahili and English are the languages of business. And typically in Tanzania, business starts with a shake of the hand of the most senior person in the room. And also, a gift is customary when meeting or invited to somebody's home. A lot of the country, the majority of the country is Christian. A lot of the country is Muslim, though. And there's a conservatism within that religion. So you might have to change some customs or activities, especially with marketing. You might have to change, how liberal your marketing strategy is. You might have to tighten it up. Tanzanians, they strongly value face-to-face interactions and exchange business cards. It's general international business etiquette that they perform in that country. Formal written letters of introduction and requests for meeting are highly regarded, as well as a development of personal relationship. And like us, conferences rarely start on time, especially when being opened by senior officials. So I think that's just, that's a stereotype across the world. Black people across the world are not the most punctual most times. My target audience, it's typically impoverished people, malnourished people within that country or region. My market segmentation, the geographic segmentation would be the East African community. Also the Southern African Development Community. Those are the big trade organizations around there. So not only will I reach Tanzania, I will reach other countries around. My market structure is a perfect competition. There are hundreds of nutritional bars around, I'm sure. So what I will do to kind of have mine stand out is the packaging, the recyclable packaging. And these aren't little bars. These are like they're broken into 7 segments, so it lasts a week. So it's a big bar, but they're like indented, so you can just like break it off into 7 segments, and it lasts a week. And so you could go to the store, bring your container, and fill it up. The benefits sought in the country business is conducted. Well, I hope to gain capital, number one, but that's not my purpose for this. My purpose is to, help the people of that country, become healthier, live healthier, be able to work and in an able body. And hopefully my connections from just this bar will be a segue for me to look into other industries around there. I know the country, they have a lot of minerals there. They have, just opportunities for me to introduce something for that country. Not necessarily take something, but just to give back to the country so it can build. I think a lot of people will be using the bar. Uh, so the usage rate, it should be pretty high as far as who will use it, how many people will use it. This is as long as you're above the age of 2, you should be able to use this bar and be okay with it. So my brand name is Benanu Bar. It's a mashup of the word or the words beneficial nutrition bar. It's nothing special. It wasn't very creative, but it's a mash for those words. The product will be customized for the regional tastes. I believe that if you just put a product on the shelf and nobody's used to eating or heard of any of the flavors, then you won't sell anything. Economies of scale, yes. Economies of scale will have a big, I think every business pretty much does economies of scale. The more you buy, the lower the unit price, and I will be doing the same. Can my brand be imposed on all markets? Yes. The all natural ingredients are globally safe. There's no taboo with any of my ingredients. Natural, organic, worldwide, unknown ingredients. Unless, the only restrictions are the grains that are used. Some people are gluten-free. So, the various laws and regulations. Well, Tanzania doesn't have very many laws on trade. They've pretty much abolished a lot of the import and export trade laws. But you will be getting checked. Foodstuffs or anything that can be detrimental to your health, you will have to push through customs. They have a Fair Competition Commission, which handles intellectual property, but it's a whole nother ball game. The U.S., it's not going to operate how it would in the U.S., and the U.S. cannot come save you if your intellectual property is taken. So watch out for that. I may have to pay bribes. A lot of people do, to kind of push their product, faster through customs. I'm probably not going to pay bribes, honestly. I'll just wait or smuggle it in. I don't know. If I need it that bad, I'm going to have to wait or smuggle it. But a lot of companies do. They do use bribery. The government is corrupt. So I think it's just wild. A lot of it is just, it's wild out there. Actually, I think Tanzania comes from a Swahili word that means sell, like basically sell the wilderness. So, or is that Tanganyika? No, that's Tanganyika, means sell the wilderness. And then Zanzibar, which is a country that Tanzania, they merged together to become Tanzania. That means Black Coast. So that was something interesting that I learned. Um, I plan on doing a joint venture. Uh, plan on doing a joint venture. I think it would be easier. Foreigners can't own land there. So there's that. And then I'll more than likely partner with farmers to um, supply some of the products that I need. As far as the product being warehouse, manufactured, produced, I want to pretty much manufactured there, produced there, stored there. It's cheaper, lower costs, gives people jobs. The currency in Tanzania is the Tanzanian shilling. The exchange rate is 0.00043 USD. The product will cost 1,157.99 shillings. That's 50 cents. That's 50 cents for a whole week supply. So, like almost like 4 cents a day. Almost. Similar products. I didn't find any brands. I did see that there were some brands on Amazon, and Amazon does have a hold in that country, so they could pretty much get whatever brand they want from Amazon. The reason that mine stands out is the reusable packaging. You can go to the store, get another bar for that week, and call it a day. Or you could just use the packaging for whatever else you need it for in your house. My product is one of the cheapest on the market, actually. And along with gaining revenue from the bar, I will promote it as it's going to be partly nonprofit. In more developed countries, it'll be pretty much seen as a nonprofit, so we can help our neighbors in Tanzania. Market penetration. I'm just gonna the lowest price possible. Great nutrition at a low price. The prices are very reasonable. Right now, there's a low presence of U.S. businesses in Tanzania because there's not much that they can get out of it financially. A few of the businesses that are in Tanzania are Amazon, RTI, and Hyatt. Tanzania is pretty slow to develop into a developed country. They like to keep it traditional and kind of are wary of westernization and industrialization. And the government's corrupt, so any money that they do get kind of comes up missing. My product is disruptive because of the agriculture aspect. We use agricultural products, which is disruptive in and of itself. And then we use plastic for the packaging. It's going to be sold directly to customers. My ages 12 to 21 are laggards. They can't buy anything. They typically don't work. 21 to 35, they're working age. They're the early adopters. 36 to 50, late majority. They've been working for a while. They just want to see how the brand does. Over 50, early majority, they are willing to try new things, especially when it comes to health. Um, Everyone has access to the product, though. I think the country is pretty accustomed to nutrition bars, energy bars. It's a high context country. A lot of the business is performed orally. Also, the personal space, it's not as big as it would be at a low context company, and your reputation is highly considered. So that's Tanzania. There's a draw to Tanzania. I don't know what it is. It might be this nutrition bar, but I know I will be going there. I will be hopefully living there for a little while and just going back to something other than here. Something different. I do want to start a business. I do want to give back to the people there. I do want to enjoy the animals and the land. Hopefully, I get this job advertising for the animal rescue. I don't know, but you guys have a great night, and thank you.